Local teachers who were in Ukraine's capital city just barely escaping, now trying to bring some normalcy to the students who they teach who are still in the war zone.
And tonight, Fox 26's Rashi Vats is joining us live in studio with more on this exclusive story. Rashi.
Yes, Jonathan and Caitlin, we were able to visit with the Murphs. They're from Friendswood and international teachers based in KRIV since last June. Well, a few weeks ago, they had to make a tough decision and leave everything they had there. But what's tougher for them is being back. Although these sounds and videos of war are 6,000 miles away, David and Lindsay Murph feel the heartache.
There's a lot of guilt. I mean, we'll be watching the news and I'll turn and look at Lindsay and she'll just have tears coming down. And I'm like, what happened? Did I miss something? And she's just like, no, I just, you know.
We just keep processing it. Sometimes we're completely numb and sometimes we finally sit and we can process it and it just hits us all at once. It just depends on the day.
They have a special connection to the war zone.
Our students are pretty much scattered all across the globe now.
These teachers from Friendswood have called KRIV home since last June, teaching high school and elementary students at an international school. A few weeks ago, they left everything, even Lindsay's wedding ring.
We certainly didn't know this was going to be worst case scenario. I don't think anyone really believed it would be worst case scenario. I remember we were watching TV and the first bomb fell and I'm immediately texting my friend. It's 5 in the morning KRIV time. I'm like, get out now. It's surreal seeing places that are familiar looking like a war zone.
Now the Murphs are trying to bring familiarity to the students in the war zone.
Sammy, if you see 1/5 times 5/6, what do you think the first step would be? We've kind of put our teacher hat to the side for somewhat and we've become their counselor. A parent, I guess, a soft place to land, giving them a place to connect with their peers. I have about 4 or 5 students who've had to leave their fathers behind to fight. I have a few students who've had to abandon their pets because they couldn't bring them.
They check in regularly with colleagues like Lindsay's teacher's aide, who talked to us via Zoom from a bunker, a place she got married a week ago.
Because we were crying this whole time and we were like, oh, okay, you hear this explosion, it's like firework.
Yeah, you can laugh or you cry, right?
Although 6,000 miles away, the Murphs are helping the best they can.
I kind of feel like my role in all this is to be like a humanitarian aid. You know, academics sort of takes a back seat to all this. My job is to distract them. My job is to bring some normalcy. My job is to hopefully put a smile on their face.
And be the ray of hope so desperately needed in the darkest of times. Now, the Murphs are just such an amazing family, and they were like, we don't want this to be about us, but it kind of just really shows how these kids are just looking for normalcy, because they would say, you know, we can't turn in this assignment, our internet connection is bad, while they're in a bunker, you know, waiting to hear what's next. So it really just shows that there is a lot of hope and a lot of people here that are trying to help.
But they are able to stay in touch with many of the students.
Yes, and if they're not, then they're just, you know, very worried, but at least they're there for them whenever they do want to connect.
Yeah, it's really amazing what they're doing.
Yes.
Rashi, thank you so much.
You bet.